Police are still on scene here in Chelsea. The school says those involved in the stabbing do not currently attend the middle school. Residents at the Adam Courts apartments here in Hempstead are emotional this morning after their neighborhood crossing guard was struck by a truck while working. Senator Todd Kaminsky is introducing stronger dogfighting penalties. Police say that small plane sank into the water. The school tells us they'll be incorporating their activity tracker into their day-to-day with hopes of keeping their students active. They tell us as of right now, they love it and so do their students. Plus, they're breaking a sweat. If you look right behind me, you can see the trucks, which they say have already been hitting the roads. Right in Suffolk County sits a piece of Black history that is still up and running. The Gordon Heights Fire Department is the first and only all-Black fire department in New York State. And this year, they are celebrating their 70th year anniversary.
The other fire departments, by the time they responded, because they were so far, by the time they got here, they were pretty much putting out a foundation. The house was burned to the ground.
They had to establish their own to protect the community.
Gordon Heights is a predominantly Black community with historic roots of its own. The department tells us back in the early 1920s, a developer went into Black communities in the city, like Harlem and Brooklyn, and offered land and a better life on Long Island. Many came and settled in what is now Gordon Heights as we know it.
It is the American dream because I grew up in the city myself, and someone to be able to go buy a house was a big thing.
The community now has a population of roughly 4,000. It, along with the department, which was established in 1947, has evolved. In the beginning, the firemen were using donated equipment and uniforms, but now the department has 4 fire trucks, 2 EMS trucks, and are a 60-person strong force.
We take people in at 16. So we will train them at 16, which you submit an application. We do the interview process. There's a background check that is submitted through the police department, but there's certain regulations by law that we cannot accept someone. And after that, they come in. We do all the free training.
The department says although they have been well received, they have had to overcome struggles due to their race.
And when I came out here, and I think people said this, pretty much thought the same thing, that we as Black people can't do the same thing that a white person can do. Well, you know what, the thing with us, we are professionals, we're professional training. Fire does not discriminate, so it does not matter.
The commissioners tell us they have had fast response rates, and in the past 25 years, not one home fire has gone without a response in their community. They say they enjoy and will continue to serve their community and be an example for the youth.
I would like the Gordon Heights Fire Department to remember it as a department that cared, took care, and kept the community safe.
In Gordon Heights, Patricia Nicolas, FiOS News. High school history and peer education teacher Mr. Jonathan Chermonti is conducting one of his many interviews he and his students do here at Sachem North High School. The interviewees are fellow classmates, alumni, or staff members who share a little piece of them that others may not know.
There's another component to school than just sitting in a classroom, and it's learning about people, all types of people, race, gender, orientation, religion. We see it with the adults. We see it in the world right now. We need more empathy. We need more compassion. We need more kindness. And I think this project allows kids to not just learn about it, but actually do it.
The Humans of Sachem North High School was inspired by the popular Humans of New York Instagram page. Mr. Chermonti started this school version 2.5 years ago. It gives its more than 15,000 followers a different perspective of classmates, some of whom they probably walk past every day but would not initiate a conversation with. Billy Amick is sharing his story today. The normally more reserved junior says he is hoping it will give his classmates a better understanding of the tall guy who usually isn't smiling when they pass him in the hallways.
About 2 years ago, my mom passed away. I was 13 at the time. It really kind of brought me down, really sad and stuff. But then as my life progressed, I realized that I should wake up every day, try and be my best, strive to be my best to make her proud at some point. I'm hoping the kids that see the story are just like, wow, he's really not that type of guy. He's really like, I misjudged him. He's actually a nice guy.
With 2,500 students and 300 adults, Mr. Chermonti describes the school as a distinct community, such a large place that not everyone knows each other. But with the Humans of North Sachem High School project, students we spoke to say they have seen a change in the atmosphere at the school since the page was started.
Instead of having those like cliques or friend groups, like we're just all big one school. So just making more friends and understanding everybody.
you just learn that like we're more similar than different. So everyone has a story, but you have to like reach out to learn it.
The page is continuing to grow, and the students we spoke with say they hope it spreads to other high schools. At Sachem North High School, Patricia Nicolas, BioSWN News. Good afternoon, Krista. Investigators are inside the Atlantic terminal right now assessing the scene from this morning's accident, which left 103 people with non-life-threatening injuries. Now, we spoke to some who are from this community and say they frequent the subway, and they were there just moments before the incident.
Like, you saw the people in the aisles literally fly to the sides and fall down.
His head was bleeding. My back is hurting.
Crash, a collision. We kept lurching forward and banging as we were going.
This train, packed during the Wednesday morning rush, crashed into the end of this track at the Atlantic terminal over the bumper meant to stop it, causing it to derail just after 8 this morning. The 6-car train carrying 430 people left 103 with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say the most serious is a possible broken leg.
When you look at the actual damage to this situation, the silver lining is we're fortunate that more people weren't seriously hurt. The damage to the train cars is extensive.
We spoke to Brooklyn Borough President Eric Adams, who says he can understand his community's heightened sense of fear, especially coming from the attacks overseas during the holiday season. But he wants to reassure the community that first responders are always prepared.
Man is operating these transportation systems, so things happen from time to time. But overall, this is a safe system. I use the transportation system. I have a Metro card. I'm on the Long Island Railroad. I trust this system, and I think that commuters should trust this as well.
At the Atlantic terminal, Patricia Nicolas, BioSWN News.